Good morning, YouTubers. This is Bud coming to you from beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii. Today's kind of mixed weather. It's a little overcast, but it's a beautiful day here. It's about 83. There's a nice trade wind blowing, which you can probably hear due to this mic. Anyway, I hope your day is going good. It's Friday, so weekend's coming up, and I hope you enjoy it with your family and friends. Today I'd like to talk to you about two documents that are very important to you. One is the Constitution, which entitles you to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The other document is your Bill of Rights. And there is one particular right I want to talk to you about. The rest you can read. These documents are only like one page each. So if you haven't read them or haven't had a civics course, it's in your best interest to look them up yourself. You can find them on YouTube, you can find them in Wikipedia and a whole bunch of other locations. You can even find them in the Library of Congress if you go to that website. The Fifth Amendment is one that you really should get a grasp on. It's your right not to self-incrimination. What that means is, and I'll give you a prime example. A police officer pulls you over in your car. You know you're speeding, but the very first question he's going to ask you is, do you know why I pulled you over? Of course, the answer to that question is, no, I don't know why you pulled me over. The next question is he's going to try to get you to admit guilt. And he's going to ask you, are you aware that you were speeding? You were doing, how fast do you think you were going? And if you're doing 70 and you admit to doing 70 in like a 55 zone, he can write you for that ticket. You've admitted guilt. So never admit it. So if he asks you how fast you're going, say, I really don't know. I think I was doing the speed limit 55. At that point, he'll inform you what your speed was. He'll say you're doing 65. It's a good idea to look at the radar. But he's going to ask you for 3 documents, which you should have available and handy in an envelope. Well, first he's going to ask you for your driver's license. Then he's going to ask you for your registration, then your proof of insurance. Those 3 documents have ready. So you hand those documents over, and maybe he might ask you to step out of the car. If he asks you to step out of the car, you close and lock the door behind you. Now he's going to ask you why you did that, and your answer to that question is real simple. It's a habit I have of locking my door when I get out. Okay. Now, he may ask you questions. Do you have anything illegal in the vehicle? Do you have, knives, guns? They always try to make a joke of it. But my answer to you guys is, even if you know you have something in the car, no, I do not. Now, he may ask you to search your vehicle. Your answer to that is, and you should always be polite with everybody you meet, including an officer of the law. Your answer to him should be simply, no, I don't submit to searches. Same thing with your house. If a policeman should knock on your door, what you do is you step out of the house, closing the door behind you. Because when you lock your car and close the door behind you, if they enter, it's an illegal search. Anything they find is going to be thrown out of court of law. Now, they may want to bring dogs to smell your car or whatever. Even if you don't have anything in your car, you should always maintain your rights, which, you should object to any search. Okay? Now, having said that, I want to also mention that, be polite to the police officer. He's got a job to do, and he just wants to go home to his family too. But if he does say, I want you to stay here, at this point you can do 2 things. You say, well, why are you detaining me? If he can't give you a good reason, you just tell him, I want to leave. If he says no, then tell him you're going to leave unless he places you under arrest. Now, once he places you under arrest, he has to go and fill out an arrest form as to why he did that. Now, the reason why you don't say anything, regardless of even if you have a howitzer pointing out the back of your vehicle, is that he's not the judge and jury. He's a law enforcement officer. The judge and jury are the people you're going in front of, and if you've admitted anything to this officer, he can testify to what you said in a court of law. And he has a lot of weight. Even though he should only be equal to your weight, he has a lot of weight. So don't ever admit to anything, period. Don't incriminate yourself. And I want to say this mainly because of the younger friends that we have out there that didn't have a civic class. Drink a cup of coffee, spend 5 minutes reading your rights and know them. And then it makes life a lot simpler. Anyway, I wanted to have this discussion with you out there, my friends, because a lot of people I see, I watch cops sometimes, and I'm really amazed at how few people actually understand their rights. Don't ever admit to anything. Be polite. Give him. He has the right to know certain things about you. Never give a false ID. Never give him any false information, because then it becomes a felony. Obstruction of justice. So again, but you don't have to admit to any of your guilt, and you don't have to tell him where you've been or where you're going. Just say I was out cruising, and that's it. Leave it alone. But anyway, guard your rights. They're yours. Remember, I'm a friend, and this is a friendly discussion. I wish you were sitting right here next to me to discuss this, because I'd like to hear your point of view. But again, my friends, know what your Bill of Rights says. Know what your rights are as a citizen. And with that, I'm going to bid you aloha and peace from Oahu. Take care, my friends. Goodbye.